Hi guys, Miss Janine here. Today I am at the creek right outside my front door basically, so I feel really lucky. I just want to share it with you today. We're rockside along the Bridger Creek for a little bit of yoga, and today the yoga class is inspired by everything that's in nature with us right now. So we're going to start off and try to just listen to the sound of the water. My laptop is set up right by the creek, so I'm hoping that it picks it up. And we can lay on our bellies and do what's called ocean breath, but today it's going to be called Bridger Creek breath. Bridger Creek breath. So lay flat on your back, putting your hand on your tummies, and take deep breaths in with your nose. And breathe out through your nose or your mouth. Letting the sounds of nature relax you. Here we might hear some pretty birds today, or some wild turkeys were across the fields earlier. We got to listen to them gobble. So the class is going to be inspired by nature. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and have big stretches. And we're going to be coming all the way up to crisscross applesauce. And the first thing we need to do, because it's spring and probably some of us, our first days of getting this beautiful vitamin D sunlight, we need to put on some sunscreen. So bring your feet out nice and wide and pour some sunscreen in a bottle and start to put it all over your skin and just spread it all the way around your arms. Don't forget to do your forehead and your nose and your face, and just give light taps or light pats, getting that all blended. Don't forget your feet. I did, and I got sunburn, so you can put that lotion on your feet and on your legs before we get started for our adventure. So right in front of us, you can see that our bodies are sitting, my body is on a bunch of rocks. Some of my favorite rocks, and they're colorful. We have lots of white ones, some blue ones, and some gray ones. So we're going to start today and end today in a rock pose. So we can come onto our knees and bring your legs can be together or open wide, but just bend forward, letting your body rest on the earth, being still as a rock. Start to come up and explore other things that are around us in nature. Something right here is a fuzzy leaf. There's lots of little plants and soon to be flowers coming up into the rocks. And we're going to make a flower a couple ways, starting with our fingers, bringing our thumbs together and wrapping our pinkies around till we make a flower, and bring that flower right to our hearts. And today we're going to whisper something beautiful or something kind and loving, a beautiful, loving word into your flower. Joy. Think of another kind or loving thing and tell it to your flower. Love. Now coming onto your seat, we're going to make a flower with our bodies. Kind of like our butterfly pose, where we bring our feet together and pull your hands underneath your ankles and then lift all the way up. And open up your petals to bloom. Good job. Roll out your ankles. And some other things that we can be inspired by today are the trees that grow along this creek, and they're called willows. So come up onto your feet to stand, and you can bend your knees a little bit, bring your fingers out nice and wide, or you can even balance a couple ways. We're just going to do willow tree pose today. You can bring the bottom of your heel and just let it rest onto your foot, and your hands can be wherever feel good to you, at your heart or nice and tall branches whatever you feel. Willows are kind of tall, so maybe you want to even bring your hands together and just put them above your heart. And if you're feeling nice and strong here, go ahead and lift your foot to put the bottom of your foot completely on your calf. See if you can balance here. Maybe it's breezy or sunny. Go ahead and put that foot back down. Now we're going to do the other side, starting with this heel, putting it on that foot, and bringing your hands all the way up to the sky. Nice and strong and nice and tall. Lift this foot to the side of your leg. And a nice tall willow. Come all the way back down to the ground. And if you can hear, some other signs that are in nature around us today are lots of birds. So some different birds that we see here in spring are the red-winged blackbird. So let's pretend we're a blackbird for a second. And these are your wings. Bring all the way up to the side. And imagine you're a flying red-winged blackbird. And what you can see if you're flying over this beautiful creek. Good job. Now bring your hands all the way back down. And another bird that we see flying above us just the other day was an eagle. So eagle pose is a fun, tricky balance where we're going to bring one leg up to the sky and wrap it around and bring your hands together right here on your elbows. If you want, you can make your hands to touch or just bring your hands to your shoulders to give yourself a great big hug. Bending down if it feels good. And then we'll open it up to the other side. Bringing this leg up and wrapping it around. And starting with our hands together so our elbows can meet. And we're giving our shoulders a great big hug. Swoop these arms up. Flying eagle pose. Something we can think about are, what do eagles eat? I think that eagles like to eat fish and worms. So we're going to start in a worm pose, coming onto our bellies, and pulling our elbows to our side, and our fingers are spread out nice and wide. You can start to wiggle your spine and bring your head up to eat some leaves. And now we come back down. Bring your head up again and maybe eat some other leaves. And come all the way back down. We're going to roll onto our backs for our special fish pose, which we see fish that are native to Montana and you can fish them in this creek. Sometimes birds will come and eat them. One time I was on Georgetown Lake, and right in front of me, an eagle came down to catch his fish dinner, and it was pretty spectacular to see. So we'll bring our feet together, our little fins, and wiggle your toes, coming back onto your elbows, and lifting up your chin, and just pop, pop, popping your chest up to the sky for a couple moments here in fish pose. Back onto our seats. Now we should feel nice and loose and our bodies are warming up. And behind me, the Bridgers is inspiring our big movement to the day to get our hearts nice and pumping and our bodies working really hard. Is the mountain climbers. So these are great exercise if we want to make it up to Baldy someday. Go on all these hikes. So bring your hands out in front of you. And we're going to come up into downward dog pose. And then we're going to use our legs and pretend we're running up a mountain like this. We'll do this movement for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and come all the way back to rock pose and have a nice little rest if you're tired. If you want to keep going, you can go for another round of mountain climbers. Ready for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Come back up to our feet. As I look around, I was hoping I would see a goose, and we can get a goose in the video, but it's hard to get the animals to participate. So we're just gonna do goose pose on our own today. In a safe way, we're gonna come into a little squat. So you can do that by crawling onto your knees. We're coming up, standing, and then dropping in for a little waddle. Because if you've ever seen a goose, they go waddle, waddle, waddle. So just start to move into your hips. And if you're feeling like you can be a goose, waddle your feet up and down your yoga mat, or wherever you are. It's hard for Miss Janine to waddle. So I'm just gonna cheer you on. Keep waddling and holding that pose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Come bring your hands and place them on your heart. If you're doing these movements with me, there's a chance your heart feels like my heart. It's going so fast as we're moving our bodies, working hard to balance and to twist, and get our muscles nice and long and strong. In our last class, we did our buzzing bee breath, and I think we should do it again. So just imagine that you are, well, a bee. Let's be bees. To get our bee wings, we're gonna bring our hands out wide, and then just put them behind your back like this. And start to flutter those bee wings, and we can buzz around with our voice. Buzz. Or you can hum. 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 Buzz. Good job, little bees. I miss you all so much, and I miss our outdoor adventures of hiking to the forest and going to the big tree. And I remember by our special big tree, down in that little hill, that ant hill. And there's all those ants that live in that pile of brush, and that's their home. And sometimes we see them this time of year when the snow melts. So we're gonna do a little ant pose, and I believe we did this last week, so maybe you might remember. And maybe if you practice it again, you're gonna feel stronger. So this is where we move our opposite body at the same time. So you can put your right arm out long in front of you and your left arm back. And see if you can hold it here and maybe tip your toes up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your knees and your hand back down to the mat. Lifting up your right leg and your left arm. Twirling it and pointing your toes. Going all the way up to the sky. Ooh. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. Now, friends, it's time for us to rest. So let's lay flat on our backs. You can have your feet together and opened up while you're laying down. Or just get into the most comfortable position available to you right now. Listen to the sound of the creek. Feeling that warm sun just nurture our bodies with vitamin D. And imagine that red-winged blackbird flying around and landing on your feet. And just filling your feet and your toes up with light. And it keeps flying around your body. It flies and lands on your knees, filling your knees and your legs up with light. It flies around and lands right on your tummy, on your belly button, filling your tummies up with light. Flying around onto your wrists in your hands and your fingers, filling them up with light. He keeps flying around and lands right on your elbow. Fill your elbow up with light. And he keeps going and flying around, landing right on your heart. Letting your heart be filled up with light. And now he flies around and he lands right on your forehead. Filling your forehead up with light and love. Knowing that anytime you're feeling like you need a little bit of love and light, this bird is always available to come and help you. Take a couple deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretching your arms back yet on the willows. Coming all the way back up to crisscross applesauce, our seated position. I have one more song I'd like to sing with you today. I am happy, I am good. So bring your pointer fingers out, and we just go like this with our hands and say, I am happy, I am good. I am happy, I am good. Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji. Waya Guru, Waya Guru, Waya Guru Ji. Now whisper, I am happy, I am good. I am happy, I am good. Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji. Waya Guru, Waya Guru. Hands only. Happy, I am good. I am happy, I am good. Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji. Waya Guru, Waya Guru, Waya Guru Ji. And your hands to touch, and your thumbs can press into your forehead. May your thoughts be kind. Bring your thumbs to your throat. May your words be true. Bring your thumbs to your heart, and may your hearts be filled with love. Together we say, Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed this class today, and I hope you're all wearing your sunscreen and drinking your water and getting outside to enjoy Montana and our beautiful nature. And I'll see you guys again. Bye.